Welcome back, guys, to the channel. In today's episode, we are going to continue our conversation on the tools inside here on Resolve. And more specifically, what we're going to talk about today is not a knob or a specific tool, but more of a technique. And that is the bleach bypass. And it's a technique that a lot of filmmakers like to adopt in their footage because it creates this very gritty type of image. And today we are going to show you how we can achieve that very, very easily here inside of Resolve. Now, again, to really get that look that you see on those popular movies, you would want to do this with film, ideally. That is the way that it was popularized. However, today we are going to recreate that inside of Resolve. Okay, let's get started because this is very easy, actually. Now, before 18.5, it used to be that you had to create a layer mixer node over here and then change the composite mode. But now, since 18.5, Resolve 18.5, I'm referring to, we can just right-click on a specific node, which, by the way, I have created here at the end of the node tree, this very simple node tree, and it's called bleach bypass, obviously. So we can right-click on it and then change the composite mode. You can see that we have a few different options, which I would highly suggest you guys to also experiment with because you can come up with very creative things once you sort of start playing with them. Anyway, so the one that we really care about today is the hard light over here. And once I click that, you see that we get something like that that's getting us kind of closer, but not quite there yet. And the next step that we're going to take from here is to go here on the RGB mixer, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is check this monochrome. And now we can see that we are getting that bleach bypass look into our image. However, oftentimes you're going to find that the image becomes kind of dark, especially here in the shadows and also the midtones, okay? Her face, we can see that it's very, very dark, and we can see it here in the waveform too. In that case, what I'm going to do is prepend a node right before it, right over here, and we are going to name this, you can call it whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to call it just contrast, and over here we can sort of start to make adjustments. Now, guys, I'm not actively grading this footage. What I'm going to show you today and in most of these tutorials is just techniques that you could use. If you want to have active grades, please let me know in the comments and we can make a whole session about that. So what I'm doing is just showing you the tools, because somebody in the comments might be, oh, but that doesn't look as good. It's because the purpose of these lessons is just to show you the tools. Anyway, so I'm going to go here on the color wheels, and actually I'm going to change it to the log wheels, and we're going to bring up the shadows over here a little bit to something like that. I'm looking also at my waveform. You can go as much as you want, but something like this is good. And I'm going to do the same with the midtones here. Okay, so do something like that, and we can see that this is the before, this is the after. Okay, so we brought back a bit our image here, and this is very easy. So that's all you have to do, and you can create very easily a bleach bypass look. Now, there is much more to it, okay, than just going in with bleach bypass and contrast, meaning that you also have different footage when you're working on a movie, so you might want to do all the different steps such as exposure, contrast, balance. Okay, so there is more than just, you know, two nodes, but I'm just showing you how you just create the look. After that, you can also just grab both of these nodes and then you can right click and you have a few different options. What I like to do is create a compound node over here, and then you can just, you know, activate or deactivate it, but you can also tab and call this the bleach bypass. So you can see that we have something like that, and then you can right click and takes you to your bleach bypass and all the different nodes that you've added in there. And then to go back to your first node tree over here, you can just click down there and then you're back. Now, something else, guys, I want to show you. I'm gonna, by the way, delete this node over here, and we are going to add another one. It's that I'm gonna also recall this now, bleach bypass, one more time. As you can see, I'm going to activate it. By the way, you can activate or deactivate a node by pressing Command D or clicking here on the number. By the way, for some of you that are wondering how did I do that, I just click here on the number. Now, with Resolve 19, we have a new tool that I am still exploring, still learning, and I'm going to do a tutorial really, really soon, but that is something that I've been playing around with for a little bit now. And what I'm talking about, I'm going to go here on the effects. That's the film look creator. Okay, that was introduced in Resolve 19. We're still in beta 5. Okay, but hopefully by the end, when we get the official release, everything will be very smooth. But so far, I haven't had really any problems. But this is the film look creator. I'm going to drag and drop this into the bleach bypass node. I'm going to show you what I like about it. Now, first off, I'm going to make a whole tutorial about this, guys, in the next few episodes, in the next few lessons. So we're going to run and go through everything that is in here. But for now, let's just keep it simple. I'm going to go here on clean slate because we don't want to add any creative look right now. You can also we have this film look blend, which actively tells you how much of the look you're incorporating. I'm going to keep it to 100 just to get to an extreme, just to show you guys. But if you look down here under color settings, look at that. We have our bleach bypass, and this is just a slider. So you don't have to do that process that we just did shortly before, but you have it here on your film look creator, which can be something very useful for people that maybe just got started, or maybe people that want to work a little bit faster and don't have time to add nodes and, go through all that process. This is really nice. I like it. So you can obviously, it's a slider. You can increase, you can go, we got something like that. You can see that's very, very dark, or this is not taking effect at all. So you can find like a good middle ground. But what I've been doing, experimenting with, so let's say we go to something like that, which in a sense kind of looks okay, but not that good. You can also play with the richness and subtractive saturation. By the way, I love this new feature, the subtractive saturation, because this is how you get that filmic saturation, really. But anyway, so we can also add, say, something like richness. Okay, so you can see what's doing now over here. And we can also add subtractive saturation if we wanted to bring up our skin tones, right? So the combination of all these three tools, you can play with it and get something really interesting if you wanted to with these three tools. And obviously, then you would add a bit more contrast if you want to contrast your image. But the tool is here. You have your bleach bypass on the film look creator. So I would highly suggest you guys to check this out and just give it a try. See how it works for you. Then obviously we have the contrast up here, so you can see that we're adding contrast to our image and sort of create a very similar look to what we had earlier. Okay, so they're all here. I hope this tutorial helps you guys. The bleach bypass is a very, very popular look. So this is it for this lesson. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please let me know down in the comments if you guys like this lesson and what else would you like to see. I know that some of you have requested a tutorial about how to create a look very easily and effectively here on Resolve, and I am working on that. And I am probably going to incorporate the film look creator in that tutorial as well, just to show you guys how we can maybe blend a few different things, sort of mix a little bit our tools that we can create on our own and mix a bit with the film look creator, because there is some very, very cool tools here. So things such as highlightation that I love now. The new highlightation is really awesome, and even the grain looks so much better than before. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.